Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared, and this is Batman Year One by Frank Miller, Dave Mazzucchelli, and Richard Lewis. This is actually the first printing hardcover of Batman Year One, and I found this in a card shop. I guess it used to be like a comic and hobby shop, but now it's pretty much predominantly a game and card shop because people want Pokemon and Magic cards, not comics nowadays. But I found this in their bargain bins that they had for like $5, and I was like, yep, buying this. And a problem of mine is I always have a copy of Batman Year One, and then someone just randomly was like, oh, it really was like, I always meet someone who always wants to read comics and like Batman and want to read like a good Batman story. And I always end up giving them Batman Year One or Hush. Like, I never have a copy of Batman Year One or Hush. So when I bought this out of the bargain bin, I was like, I'm not giving this one away. This one is mine. So I might need to get myself a copy of Batman Year One that I can give away next time I need to. But and this is not my first time reading this book. I've read Batman Year One many times over because it's a quick read and it's just good, man. It's just good. And I'm guessing anyone who's watching this has read Batman Year One, but if you haven't read it in a long time, I recommend going back and reading it again and just go to appreciate like Dave Mazzucchelli's art. Like, forget the story, just read it for the art. Because we've had Batman origin stories like many times over, and I know people say that this one is the definitive one. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I understand their, like, look at this panel, man. This is just beautiful. And I haven't read this in a while, and I only read it recently because my fiance and I have been watching the Daredevil Netflix show. She's not a big superhero person, but she does like crime shows and stuff like that. And she likes Batman the Animated Series enough. And she likes like some stuff, but I know she enjoyed Penguin. She likes crime movies and like mobster stuff, and so we've been watching Daredevil, and it just got me as a comic book reader to really want to read some Daredevil. And I'm like, damn it, I don't have any Daredevil. This is ridiculous. And then I remembered, I was like, I do have Batman Year One by Frank Miller and Dave Mazzucchelli. It's the same team who did Daredevil Born Again. Yeah, close enough. So when I went to go reread this, I didn't read it for the story, but I read it kind of for just like the crime noir action. And man, when instead of going into this as like the pretentious Batman fan that I am, but just going into this as in like, I want a crime drama, it's a whole new experience. And my most recent reading of this, I would say I probably read this in my lifetime, probably like under 10 times, but maybe over 5 times. So I'm guessing somewhere around 7. And my most recent read, this is my favorite time to read it, or the time I enjoyed it the most. And yeah, it's just, it made me go, oh, now I get it as an almost 40-year-old man, why Hollywood keeps pulling from this book. Which is interesting because I read The Long Halloween when Tim Sale passed and thought, why do they keep pulling from this book and not pulling any of the fun stuff? So, yeah, this book's great. So if you haven't read Batman Year One, go buy Batman Year One, or ask someone to give you a copy of it. So yeah, that's it. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe and all that stuff. I've been trying to get my my viewership up and my subscribes up, and I'd really like to get to 600. I'm at 5 something, and 600 would be cool. So yeah, thanks for watching, and catch you guys on the next one. Peace.